All right, YouTube, we are here. Unprecedented, except for the first time. This is number 2, Arcus M. Let's hope. I actually haven't opened this yet, so we're going to find out real quick. This comes from Hobby Services, which is a division of Hobby Co. in Champaign, Illinois, which is in cahoots with Tower Hobby for a lot of products. I think Tower Hobbies is one of their distributors. I do not know where Tower Hobbies is located. I have to assume they're in Illinois. Just wanted to let you know a little ditty I learned when I was going through their warranty policy. And it's really awesome because what happens is if you buy a new plane there, it's great because you get priority treatment over the people that already bought something and they had a massive problem that required a complete replacement. So, not that it matters what I think. Anyway, I was really disappointed when I heard that. Ooh, look at this. Nice packaging. Better packaging than the first video, that's for sure. Surprisingly, I'm not sure why they did that. So we've got the Arcus M here. It says ready to fly, which is weird because it's not actually a ready to fly model, unless they decided to send a ready to fly instead of sending the bind and fly. Just gonna grab in here and see what this is. It looks like a packing list. It shows $0 invoice, which is good. It's 86-inch EPO glider, ready to fly. Okay, cool. So it says it's for warranty, which is nice. So we're just going to show you what this looks like. This box does look to be in a lot better shape, which is kind of cool. Although the box that was damaged before, I didn't see any problems with it once I got it opened. And I was really nervous. In fact, I did an unboxing late at night because I wanted to show the results. The box from, honestly, I don't want to badmouth FedEx or UPS because I don't know who did it. I don't even know if it was a U.S. Postal Service that delivered it. But either way, this one looks to be in great shape, which is kind of nice because this actually works good as a little carrier. I actually had taped the strap on there and made a little poor man's strap. Boy, the box actually feels stronger too. This is really weird. I'm surprised. In fact, call me crazy, but it seems smaller. I may have to review my footage of the original video, but what does it say on here? It says RC model. It's almost like this one's smaller. This says 22 millimeters, so evidently it's the same. I think I'm probably thinking of the Spitfire back here, which is my next plane that I expected to be putting together well after this, but I had a problem with the retractable motor system, and so fortunately, and to their defense, Hobby Co decided they would go ahead and replace it rather than making me try to dig out, well, I already dug out the servo, but rather than making me try to figure out how to put it all back together. One thing that you may want to do on this is it's really hard to tell which way the wings go. So I'm actually going to snap a quick picture so that I can make some labels for myself, because it's a little bit tricky to remember whether the wing root goes here or if the wing root goes here. So if you're going to use this to store it and transport it, snap some pictures, and then you can go back to that later. I actually took those pictures. I wasn't just faking it for camera, because it is hard to tell which one goes where, because even though it seems obvious, you can actually put these in backward. So far so good. Feels like there's some embellishments on this that wasn't on the other one. So this is the wing spar adapter. This is a really pretty model, guys. I liked it a lot. I was super disappointed when my maiden flight went so poorly. Horizontal stabilizer and elevator. This stuff is super flexible. Look at that, that's ridiculous. Like, you crash, it won't even hardly break. Problem is with that, there's a lot of mold release on it. It's very hard to get glue to take. So if you do have to use glue, you kind of limit your choices. You have to use something that's really tacky. Okay, so we got this packaging. This packaging, worst packed part of the whole thing is the horizontal stabilizer and elevator. Got the other wing here. Very nice label, spoiler aileron. And then of course the fuse. Ugh, the RMS has popped up a little bit. That's not so good. It would suck so bad if I got another messed up one. Okay, so they've taped it just to kind of keep it packed up. So we're just going to go ahead and, I'm nervous. The retractable motor system, it did work on my plane for a while until it burned out the Metal Gear servo that drives it up and down. And I have kind of already made up in my mind, if it doesn't work on the first crack, I'm just going to use 2 separate channels. And I'll probably tie the landing gear to the actual retractable motor servo. The brushless motor never gave me a problem. It actually worked really good. And the catchment system to stop the prop worked fine. What happened was my servo kept going up and down the whole time I was flying. And as a result, at some point, it decided to fry itself. So, really frustrating. It's weird that my retractable motor is already sticking out some. What the heck? Well, that looks crappy. What the heck? Looks like crap. Look at this, guys. Gotta love it. Chinese quality control. Look at this. It's just junk. Really ticks me off. Go through all this trouble to get your freaking model. Then they send you one that's screwed up immediately. The retractable motor's damaged. Look at this. It's ridiculous. So far not so good. Looks like somebody was smoking a little too much crack that day. Caught up with them. I mean, this is just really irritating. You know, you go through the trouble of trying to order and do everything their stupid warranty company tells you, and this is normal, this is not damaged. These little holes I found out are holes that they use to align their screwdrivers if they need to get in there and work on the retractable motor system. So I'm probably gonna have to get a hold of them again and tell them about this. But this is all dinged up and screwed up here too. That part I can live with. It's not the end of the world. It's just, this is what irritates me. They used this tape, and the tape came out and slipped up the wing, or up the canopy, not the wing, sorry. I mean, it actually looks decent. It's just that they didn't cover this whole area now. So probably what I'll do, in lieu of going through the trouble of having these people try to fix what they can't fix, evidently, what I'm gonna do is I'll probably end up just taking some white tape. It's not gonna be the end of the world. I just get really annoyed about this stuff. Oh, and there's a nice big scrape on my window there too. But guys, it is really pretty. You gotta admit, that thing is sweet looking. So anyway, I just wanted to show you an unboxing. But now that we had that problem, it kind of makes me think maybe I should go through the rest of this and make sure there's not issues with other stuff. So we better do that. I've got a little box in here too. This box has the servo wires, and the box is glued down, so I can't just peel the box out. I can point it at you. Just has a little bag in there. It's got 2 Y cables, male to dual female, and then it's got 1 long screw, which is a little bit higher machine size, and then another machine screw, one of which holds on the horizontal stab, and then one of which goes into the this thing. And once you get your wing spars inserted, you actually tighten this screw and you tighten that screw, and it bites the wing spar, thus holding the wing spars in. Then you don't have to locate and insert a screw. It's a really good design on that part. But then there's one more screw that goes in and locates this device. I just can't remember where the screw hole is. But either way, it's very obvious once you go through the assembly instructions. And, oh, it does come with, there's some Velcro with a double-sided adhesive tape on there so that you can put that onto your LiPo packs. Incidentally, I flew mine on 1500 milliamp Zippy compact. I got 2 sizes of packs to fly this plane with, one of which is a 1250 or 1.25 amps or 1250 milliamps. Obviously, I'm using XT60 connectors. Oh, this is a 30 through 40C discharge, just a Turnigy. And then this Zippy compact was actually rated at 40C. And both seem to be rock solid, used them a bunch. Actually flying ASW by ST model. And it's a very good fit for that model as well. So without further ado, let's get these wings unwrapped. Hang on to the packing because you can use that to protect the panels from getting scraped up as you load them. Okay, great. We got that undone. And I actually am going to just be a little more diligent and run that tape back onto itself because you don't want it to stick to the EPO. And see, and this is one minor issue that you'll see with this model is that you get scrapes and dings and stuff all the way up and down the length of the wing. And on this one, we've got a little bit of a ding here. This is a Servo Spoiler. You can see they have nice little servo pockets. And you can see how they have 2 holes here. So it depends on which way this thing will actually be inserted onto the spar. You don't even have to put the spar in. And then you slide this in and you can tell it's going to be the bottom hole. There's 2 holes there because I suppose if one wished, he could actually put it in and have the dihedral reverse, which would be really weird. But that's basically what you do. You slide that in until it comes to the home position, and then you can actually screw that down with the screwdriver, and you're ready to rock and roll, and you slide it through your fuse, and then you got both wings. But in my case, I'm going to apply tape to the leading edge of this wing, all the way up and down, and then up the winglet. And that's going to help with a little bit of strength, and it's also going to help with, as I have maybe a rough landing and I hit some grass, it won't damage the leading edge and make it ugly, and also change the airfoil performance. So that one looks okay. This one has this extra embellishment on it. Not sure why they did that. Maybe to make it slide in better. Maybe they ran out of the other foam. Maybe the 2 plies separated. I'm not sure what the deal is. So I guess I'm gonna unwrap them here real quick and we'll see. And this is, make no mistake about it, guys. When you buy a radio controlled airplane, if it doesn't come from China, you're buying an expensive model. Very expensive, because some of these Chinese models are still quite expensive. Maybe one of these days that this YouTube channel takes off, I'll make a video and go to China, see if the Chinese will let me film it. Yeah, right. So you can see just some of these quality issues. It's not a big deal. Actually, I felt like I got better than average quality on this ST model. You'll just see like little things like this tape. It's rolled. It's probably because this embellishment detail came off the end of the roll of their tape. So I'm just going to lay it back down, and then when I tape my leading edge, it's going to take care of that as well. So anyway, and that's part of it, is that this mold release on this foam, and look, carbon fiber spars and the ailerons, very good detail. I didn't feel like the roll authority was a huge issue, although I got to be honest, when I was flying this plane, oh, another detail they do. They put this goop. It's like a potting material, and that just really looks nice, and it adheres well. And you see this channel all the way down. That is awesome, because that's all one big piece that comes out. When I get ready to put LEDs on this, which I pretty much I put LEDs in all the planes that I like, I can actually just chase it under there. I don't even have to remove that panel. But the other thing too is, if you look down where the spar is, you can kind of see that there would be a good way of maybe getting in there with a hot knife, poking, and then I could just chase it down with a light on this side here. You could actually see where it is, chase the wire down, and then poke and pull the wire back out. So anyway, guys, just wanted to give you the first look at that real quick. Beautiful plane, disappointing with the canopy, but you know what? That's no big deal. I can live with it. So we're gonna get this thing built up and get you some flight videos right away. Don't forget to like and subscribe.